So, who are you and what do you do?
Jason Petrie, footwear designer at Nike Basketball, and I work on LeBron James kicks. I realized, well, you know, I don't think I knew exactly what a designer was at the time. All I know is one of the cool kids in my junior high school came walking into school with Air Trainer 3 HWCs on the medicine balls. And it just captivated me, man. The visible air, the strap, the plastic, all that. I had to know what it was, like, you know, and that's really kind of kicked off the shoe love. But I always drew, like I would draw cars or, you know, wars and stuff like that you do when you're a kid, always doodling on the page. Kind of after I saw those shoes, I was kind of just inspired to start drawing shoes as opposed to cars. That just kind of became my new affliction. And so I just 7th grade science class, man. I remember sitting down, drawing really Jordan 3s with a double stack air unit in it. I still have the drawing at my mom's house somewhere. And from there, I really have been drawing shoes every day since that day.
And is the medicine ball one of your favorite shoes?
Yes, that's my favorite non-Jordan Nike ever.
So LeBron 8, now we saw tons of Player Exclusive samples of the LeBron 7.
Yep.
One thing I wanted to specify, we worked with Clark Kent, he did the 112. I heard some rumors that there's another 112, maybe something else. You ought to talk about that?
All I got to say is, man, you are deep in the game. Good gracious, you're deep. You must got, I don't know who's giving you information, but you know more than I do, I think. But all I can say is Clark's a friend of the category, a friend of mine. You know, I obviously respect the work that he's done and the love that he gave to 7. Really, you know, I mean, I'm humbled by it, and because of, you know, Clark's an amazing member of the hip hop community and now the shoe community in New York, you know, and so we're you know, proud to work with him when we can, and you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
And so maybe a 112. What about anything else? I heard there's no more hardwood classics.
Well, you know, Miami doesn't really have hardwood classic jerseys, so. For this year, at least right now, it's not in the plan. So just because we got to line up with what LeBron's doing, that's first and foremost is what LeBron's wearing. The Hardwood Classic from last year obviously came from their retro women's.
Now you said there's no Hardwood Classic, so what's this picture floating around the internet in a Hardwood Classic colorway? Well, what is that?
Man.
What is that?
That sneaker pimps thing, like, whew, I knew we shouldn't have sent all them shoes to those guys. Well, so how can I put this? LeBron at one point didn't know where he was going, and neither did we. But we still got to make shoes. So we basically made shoes in the colors of several NBA franchises where he could possibly go. But that the Hardwood Classic one was really like, because everybody was clamoring for the 7 Hardwood Classics, we wanted to kind of pull that into the shoe, to the 8 somehow. So it wasn't really, that's not really the New York color, the blue one. That was more of a Cleveland Hardwood Classics to go if he stayed in Cleveland and they did those same retro uniforms. Obviously he didn't stay. Won't see the shoe.
Won't see the shoe. Okay.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Yeah, not that I know of.
Only for someone like Jason.
I don't even have a pair.
Oh.
Just samples right now. That one at Sneaker Pen, I think there's like two pairs.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. You guys write a petition or something if you wanted to come out.
Petition.
I personally want the Mavericks ones to come out. Those white and blue ones are crazy clean. But
so none of those are coming out. None of the ones we saw at Sneaker.
I can't tell you the plan, but I wouldn't expect to see a whole lot of that stuff. LeBron's in Miami. He ain't in. He's not in Dallas, and he's not in, you know, these other places. So we're really focusing on Miami from here on out.
So you say we're focused on Miami. You see the previews that released today. Is there anything else in the works for Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Of course. Always.
So there's going to be a different LeBron 8 Miami, or are you going to do maybe the LeBron Part 2 Miami?
You know, I don't know. I can't really say. All I know is that we know how important the community is here, and we know how kind of how many different things we can do because it is Miami. So it's constantly in our thoughts. Now, you know, we have certain colorways that we have to do for on court, obviously, but you know, it could just pop up. That kind of stuff will always be like a special thing that we do.
And did you try to incorporate anything from you into the shoe? Because I know it is a LeBron shoe, but you had your hands on it. You made the shoe.
Yeah, nah, you know, really, to me, being able just to work on, I mean, I think the shoe is kind of an expression of my style. It's like what I would want his shoe to look like, you know, but that's from LeBron, you know, like, I don't put my initials in it or anything like that. I kind of just, it's more fun for me, and also I think the consumer doesn't care about me, you know, it's about LeBron. So it's about just really getting an expression that I feel represents LeBron and Nike at the same time in a pinnacle way. So being a shoe head, you know, I've got an encyclopedia in my head of every shoe that Nike or Reebok or anybody's ever done. And so I kind of know that history, and I know what was successful and what wasn't, and so I just kind of use that knowledge as well as my aesthetic kind of preferences as my influence in that shoe.
All right, well, thank you for doing your interview. Maybe we can work on something later once we see more that comes out with the LeBron 8.
Maybe.
Because they're always the unexpected.
Right. That's what unexpected is, one of the fun things we get to do, and LeBron's the vehicle to do it with. So I appreciate your time and the love, and hope you enjoy the 8 too. I mean, you've probably seen more of it than I have. So.
Right. All right, thank you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.